Hey guys, so today I'm going to share the tortilla recipe with you. It is low carb. I actually had gotten the recipe from someone else, and I adjusted it because I do try to keep my carbs as low as possible. And I know for me, I end up like the carbs add up. And next thing I'm like, dang it, I'm not within my carb, my macros. So I changed it a little bit. It has quite a bit of protein in it, but as a lifter, I like that protein, but I try to add some fat in it as well. And so I'm going to give you the recipe and kind of make them, and I'll show you a plate that I've already done. I'm already out of them, because you can make all sorts of things with them. The things that I made, because they were so good, I just kept making them, one each day or something, was an avocado chicken quesadilla. Absolutely delicious. And then, I did a wrap with it, so I put some ranch, avocado, some spinach in there, because that's what I like, and some roast beef, and not sure if I put anything else. Might have. Anyway, just trying to keep the, healthy and the fat content there, low carb, everything, and both of those things were absolutely amazing. So I really love these tortillas. They make it so I can have these other delicious foods. So I'm going to share that with you today. I'm going to make a couple and then show you the plate, and then you'll have a great day. So the recipe calls for 8 egg whites, so I already have those cracked in this bowl. So we have 8 egg whites in here, and then it calls for, I use this or any other kind of unflavored whey proteins. So I just use that, 1/3 of a cup. I measured it out. I stuck it in a shaker, so if you have a protein shaker or anything that has a little spinner thing, that's perfect. And then I added 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream to increase my fat content. So I'm going to add these in, and then 8 tablespoons of water. And so if you wanted them to be a little bit higher calorie or just wanted extra fat, you can always add, exchange out the water for the heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to run and grab the water, as I didn't measure out the water ahead of time. So I added the water, and I have the heavy whipping cream, and then I'm going to shake it up. It breaks up the protein. The protein just doesn't mix with the mixer very well when you stick it in with the egg. So I get that, and then very simple to make. After I mix it up, I'm going to add into this a 1/4 teaspoon baking powder. That'll just help them to raise a little bit, add the bubbles, and cook well. So I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to add a pinch of guar gum, or you can also use the xanthan gum, just for just to thicken it up just a tad. I don't really want it like, real thick, but I want my tortillas to be a little thicker than I had them last time. They were pretty thin. So I added that in, shake that up really well, and then I'm going to mix the egg whites with the protein. Mix it up really good. Preheat my pan. I turn it to about a 7. I don't want it too hot, but I want it to be hot enough to get it cooking. So about a 7 or an 8. So, medium high. And then I'm going to pour in my stuff into my egg whites. So I just pour that in there. And then I just mix it up. And then you have a nice thin consistency. It's a creamy color. And the reason I just need to mix it up until the egg whites are not all, you know, gooey and stringy and all of that. And then from there, when the pan's heated, I'll spray it, and I want it pretty hot. So I want it to start cooking right away when I pour it in there. The reason being is because the middles of the tortillas end up thinner, because, you know, a pan always kind of has it raises in the middle. So it's a little higher in the center than it is around the edges. And so since it's pretty liquidy, it tends to form over around the edges. And I want it to start cooking once it hits the center, to try to keep it uniform. So I have now sprayed my pan. I'm going to take a 1/3 cup measuring, and I got 6 tortillas using the 1/3 cup. And they're kind of burrito size. I'll show them. They fit on a plate. And then I just kind of pour it in. And then I just start turning the pan. As you can see, it still might not be very hot to get that middle section, but it's not doing too bad. So I let it cook for a little bit. It's gonna end up, you wait till the edges start to crisp around the edge, you know, and you can test it with your spatula. And once it looks kind of like a tortilla on that cooked side, then I go ahead and I flip it and let it go until it's completely cooked. So like I said, I have a plate of them here. They look like tortillas, you know, nice and this one's actually a really good thickness. But I got 6 of them about that size. So this recipe makes 6. And so I went ahead and made another one, as I'll probably go through them pretty quick. And, you know, I always do a whole quesadilla, so I use 2 tortillas. Again, so using this exact recipe, each tortilla has 66 calories. And I rounded up, so there was, you know, 66 point something or 65 point. And if it was over a 0.5, I just rounded up. So 66 calories per tortilla, less than 1 gram of carb. I didn't round that one up because I wanted to focus on the fact that it's not 1 whole carb, but might as well round it up, so you could say 1 whole carb. 2 grams of fat, and then 11 grams, and I rounded that one up, 11 grams of protein. So again, you can adjust it and add more fat. It's going to raise your calorie content, of course, by exchanging water for your heavy whipping cream for your water. So if you have any other questions or want any other recipes, just, you know, leave a message. Talk to you soon. Inspiring Fitness. Be strong and have fun.